It is great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. Anticipation for this one has been building through the early part of the season, and now here we are with a top 5 showdown. It's the UCLA Bruins and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Texas Tech head coach before the game. He understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Red Raiders ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the return, it's Moore. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Cox. He's past the marker, and he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Long way to go on second down. They'll run it on the counter. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long right here. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. Time to take a shot. Upstairs to make the catch. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a prop.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides to the back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand, at least.
Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Reed. Look out. Just got rid of that one. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams. Both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position. You hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
Caught, it's Odom. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Reed. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
The Red Raiders, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Running inside, it's Danzy. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Second and long here. Throwing Reed. Out out wide left, it's Williams. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Sends it back in motion. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run with Joyner. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's Reed to throw. Still looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Escapes the pressure going right. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Red Raider! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They put together an 81-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. thinking. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. He's going to take off. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent, you've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Bruins have their offense in high gear. From the gun, it's Cox. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, the middle of the season, you kind of get in the lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing, and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Give to the running back. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Deafening noise. Here's Iamaleava. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far from the field goal. Hunting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Reed. Left side is Coleman Williams. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. The give, Quentin Joyner running right. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get to 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty.
Stay up. Four. Bridge.
Reed. Got the tight end outside. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Such a nice job at pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from, and all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
Out wide left, it's Joyner. Open space at the 25. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Out wide right, it's Danzy. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Left side, it's Williams. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Burrowing for yardage. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throwing, Imaliava. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Man, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's open things up with Louisiana Tech taking on the number 17 team, the South Alabama Jaguars.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
And it's the Bulldogs with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Making the adjustment. Throwing Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Drops back. It's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Right side, it's Hudson. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Here's Reed to throw. Extending the play. He's going to run it. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Red Raiders have this offense rolling. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Joyner. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. He's changing the play.
Team. Down.
Reed. Moves to his right. He'll pull it down and run. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Field goal is good, and that lead grows even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Coming out with it, it's Moore. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Iamaleava. Right side, it's Cox. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Hits inside, it's Lee. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Not gonna make it. And the fourth down gamble backfires.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind end.
Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Play action with Reed. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They started this drive in great field position, now needing to convert on 3rd and 2. Churns into the pile. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raider! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. From deep, it's Moore. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Running it to the right. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Play action. Iamaleava throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down will open up the final period. Motion from the wideout. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Rush is on. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
86 bouncing. 886 bouncing. Icy.
Reed. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Reed. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Throwing, Imaliava. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Tough run here, it's Cox. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Throwing Reed. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the back. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Fires to the right. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Iamaleava. They're all over it. Got it. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry.
And that's a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Fourth down, Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down. And to drive alive.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down, down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Finds his target. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Now Iamaleava. Going for it all. Touchdown, inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, no, no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Throwing, Imaliava. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's